At listenuptv.com, we take faith conversations one step deeper. Check out our blogs, send us your questions, and let us know what you think. That's listenuptv.com.
What does Christmas spirit mean to you?
Christmas spirit is like family and like big gatherings and just being close with your friends and everyone and just sharing like intimate time together.
It just means having the family together and just enjoying each other's company.
Being with friends and family.
Like it's a family time, you get to spend time with your close friends, and it's like, the whole thing is sort of lovey-dovey kind of time.
It means family, it means cuddling up at home and just relaxing.
General feeling of well-being, happiness, joy, that kind of stuff.
Family. You need, it's not about the gifts and whatever. It's about caring about each other.
The blessing that God bestowed upon us, I am grateful to God for His blessing.
Welcome back. Celebrating Christmas always brings up memories of the past. What's the purpose of reflecting on the past at Christmas? Charles Dickens gives us a jolting reminder of that in his Christmas Carol. Modernized for this Christmas by the art of Disney 3D, here is the ghost of Christmas past.
What do you want with me?
You will be haunted by three spirits.
I'd rather not.
And it's into those memories of the past that Christmas music comes in to soften the heart, even the heart of a Scrooge.
I really see how broken people can be in this world from everything, from all the experiences that are common between us, and I think that God can very subtly whisper through songs to people who are broken.
And mortals hid their eyes. Emmanuel, let men and angels bow. Our God is with us.
But what if you've put on the Christmas music and the meaning of Christ's birth and life on earth still eludes you? We asked the authors of the Christmas-themed book, God With Us.
We're stuck. We're stuck in between cynicism and sentimentality. It seems to be one or the other. I mean, either we are so jaded and we're so angry and we're so disaffected that we have a cynical attitude, whether we're people of faith or not, or we try to sentimentalize it by putting, a lot of emotion into it that's not sincere. We need to find a way to get back to the real wonder that was once at the heart of the season.
So if you could describe the perfect Christmas for a person caught in chaos, just the normal craziness, what would it look like?
Well, a person caught in chaos, that sounds a lot like life. I think maybe being forced to slow down, and maybe even like falling down and breaking your leg, if that's what it takes, or a baby, that's like the big kick. That's often where real revelation comes in. Say you have all these things to do for Christmas, and maybe you get the stomach flu, or you break your leg, and all of a sudden you can't do any of that. You're going to have a Christmas anyway. Now, preferably you don't take those drastic means, but I think something that slows you down and makes you realize how wonderful having a family is, how wonderful friends are, how wonderful life is itself. I think that's what it takes, and deliberately slowing down is very, very difficult for most people to do. To sort of ease out, no, I'm not going to run around and do these 6 errands. I'll pick the one that's really important, do that, and then take some time to think and reflect and read, just be with friends. It's hard, but I think it can be done. I think it can be reclaimed.
I think the word Emmanuel to me is what Christmas is all about. Emmanuel means our God is with us. And, at Christmas, Christ came down to dwell with us as humans, and that's just the way God showed His love to us. And I think that simple fact is huge. That's what Christmas is all about. And even though it's become so many other things, I think just bringing it back to that simple truth is what the world needs.
Far across the ancient sky, the hand of God descended, holding heaven's greatest gift, and stillness washed over all the earth. For David's stars you rise, and celestial voices fill the night, and mortals hid their eyes. Emmanuel, let men and angels bow. Our God is with us now.
Which brings us to the reminder of Christmas present. Here's a modernized Charles Dickens take on that.
I am the ghost of Christmas present.
Christmas present is in the moment. He's kind of like Santa Claus.
Peace on earth. Goodwill toward men.
Goodwill when the economy is limping along and money's tight? Well, we sat with Dr. Ron Sider, an author, activist, and expert on the subject of giving, to find out how to release that feeling of Scrooge.
Well, it's certainly the case that many in the West are going to have less money. We're going to have less resources, so we'll be tempted to give substantially less to empower poor people around the world.
Tell me why that is my problem, that so many have less than I do.
Well, I think that there's a general sense that somehow we're all human beings. We're all, in some sense, part of one family. Now, Christian faith says explicitly that that's the case, that we all have one Father, and that in a very real sense, poverty and economic injustice is a family affair, because it's my brothers and sisters in other countries who are desperately hungry, who can't get a minimal operation so that they can have a healthy life. You know, one can live quite modestly, and even on a very middle income salary, give very generously.
So Ron, tell me how you managed that situation, because your income increased dramatically when you became a best-selling author many times over, but you didn't change how much you consumed. Why?
Because I felt, as a Christian, that I really had to take seriously what the Bible says about God's special concern for the poor. The Bible says that God measures societies by what they do to the poor.
So Christmas is coming. Give us some practical tips to being generous.
We need to decide we'll spend less on ourselves so we can share more with others. Or as a Catholic sister said, live more simply so that others may simply live. And I think Christmas is one of the important times to do that.
What are you going to do about it, Ron? You've got little grandchildren.
Our daughter-in-law has proposed that we not give Christmas presents to each other in the family, except for the grandchildren, some books. So she's proposing that we do something dramatic in that way, partly because she wants to teach their children that, in fact, Christmas is not about gifts and material things. It's about deeper meanings, about caring for others, about our deepest religious beliefs.
When Listen Up returns, the spirit of Christmas yet to come, launching a new start for transformation.
There was a feeling that no drug or no alcohol had ever given me before.